Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of motorcycles that some riders regret purchasing. From underwhelming performance to questionable value, these are 7 bikes that make buyers think, "Why did I do this?" 7. Harley-Davidson Street 500. A cruiser that can't keep up. The Harley-Davidson Street 500 is often marketed as a great beginner bike, but in reality, it's a prime example of spending thousands for disappointment. Priced at around $7,000, it offers neither the performance nor the quality expected from a Harley. The 494 cubic centimeter V-twin engine struggles to keep up on highways, with inconsistent power delivery that makes acceleration feel like a guessing game. Riders hoping to turn heads with this bike are often overshadowed by its larger and more capable Harley siblings. Build quality is another sore spot. Flimsy brakes, mirrors that serve more as decorations than functional components, and a general sense of cost-cutting. Even die-hard Harley fans hesitate to defend it. And then, there's the resale value. The Street 500 depreciates faster than enthusiasm for it, making it a regrettable buy in a sea of better beginner-friendly motorcycles. 6. Indian Scout 60 looks nice, but leaves you wanting more. The Indian Scout 60 is priced at around $10,000. But what do you actually get for that? A 999 cubic centimeter V-twin producing 85 horsepower. Not bad, but not great either, considering better alternatives in the price range. One major drawback? A tiny fuel tank that forces you to stop more often than you'd like on long rides. And reliability? Owners frequently report starting issues, clutch cable breakages, and even brake failures. Not exactly the confidence-inspiring experience you want from a new bike. While the Scout 60 tries to capture a classic cruiser aesthetic, it often feels like an afterthought rather than an iconic ride. If you're considering it, you might want to rethink whether style alone is worth the headaches. 5. Suzuki Boulevard C50. A cruiser that feels like a chore. The Suzuki Boulevard C50 looks appealing at first glance, especially for $9,300, but looks can be deceiving. Powered by an 805 cubic centimeter V-twin making 53 horsepower, it's underwhelming at best, especially on highways where riders often wish for a 6th gear. And then there's the weight. Over 600 pounds, making slow-speed maneuvering feel like wrestling a beast. Not to mention the rear drum brake, which has been known to lock up at the worst moments. Comfort? The seat might feel fine at first, but long rides quickly turn into endurance tests for your spine. Ultimately, the Boulevard C50 is a bike that looks good in a showroom but fails to impress on the road. 4. Indian FTR 1200. Unrefined and overpriced. The Indian FTR 1200, priced between $15,000 and $20,000, promises a flat-track-inspired thrill ride, but often feels like an unfinished project. The 1203 cubic centimeter V-twin may churn out 124 horsepower, but its jerky throttle response and awkward fuel delivery make it harder to control than it should be, even for experienced riders. Handling isn't much better. The stock tires struggle with grip, making cornering feel like a gamble rather than an enjoyable experience. Add to that a strangely placed under-seat fuel tank and mediocre fuel economy, and you've got a bike that's high on price but low on practicality. 3. BMW R18. A heavyweight cruiser that lacks comfort. Starting at $18,900, the BMW R18 is a case of all show, no go. Sure, it boasts a massive 1,802 cubic centimeter boxer engine, but the bike itself is a nightmare to handle. Weighing in at 760 pounds. One of the biggest letdowns? The uncomfortable seat. Even short rides can feel like endurance tests. Plus, the foot pegs scrape the ground almost immediately, limiting any aggressive cornering. And for nearly $19,000, you'd expect modern features, right? Well, BMW apparently disagrees. No fuel gauge, outdated display tech, and overpriced maintenance make ownership a costly affair. The R18 is for those who want to look the part, but when it comes to actually riding, the experience leaves a lot to be desired. 2. Harley-Davidson Iron 883. Paying for the name, not the ride. The Harley-Davidson Iron 883, priced around $11,000, traps buyers with its rugged image, but it doesn't take long to realize the reality doesn't match the reputation. Its 883 cubic centimeter engine is underwhelming, and while it delivers a classic cruiser feel, the ride quality is stiff, uncomfortable, and impractical for long journeys. The lack of ABS on many models is another red flag, especially considering the 550-pound weight and mediocre braking performance. And with a 3.5-gallon fuel tank, expect frequent stops at the gas station. The Iron 883 is a good-looking bike, but a bad investment for those who want more than just aesthetics. 1. Indian Chief. A cruiser that's more expensive than it's worth. At $23,000, the Indian Chief might seem like an elite cruiser, but many owners quickly realize the downsides. First, the maintenance costs are absurd, with dealerships charging up to $1,000 for routine services. And if you think skipping the dealership helps, think again. Many local mechanics refuse to work on these bikes due to their overcomplicated systems. While the Thunderstroke engine is powerful, reliability issues persist, leaving many riders dealing with costly repairs. And with poor customer service from Indian dealerships, it's easy to see why some owners regret their decision. At the end of the day, owning an Indian Chief means spending more time and money maintaining it than actually enjoying the ride. And that wraps up our list. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more upcoming content. What's your pick for the most regrettable motorcycle purchase? Let us know in the comments.